This is Alan Stewart with B&B Yacht Designs again, and it is 4:20 p.m. on Monday, March 7th, and I'm going to do another check on the B&B racers, and maybe we'll look at all the Class 4 boats. They're started out with 20 Class 4 boats, and 5 of them were or are Core Sounds, both Core Sound 17s and Core Sound 17 Mark IIIs. In fact, they're all 17 footers. And this morning, 9 a.m., I made this this screenshot, trying to compare all the Class 4 boats on one map. The way the Water Tribe classes and the sign up has evolved. There's a class, Core Sound class. There's a TI class. There's a regular Class 4. There's a Class 4 monohull now for some reason. But anyway, it makes it hard to see everybody on one map. So I wanted to see that. This took a while to make, so I don't know if I'm going to do another one. But let's just jump into the updates. So Brian and Chef Ramen, Graybeard and Chef Ramen, father and son team in the 17 Mark III. They were out in the lead here, and they have made it to the checkpoint just like an hour ago, I think. I think the Thistle beat them, Skinny Jeans and the Juice, in the Thistle by a little bit. They were both coming up Indian River at the same time, along with the Trimaran. Oh, I just blanked on his name. I'm so sorry. There's probably a pic. There we go, right there. Brett. In his big Trimaran that he built. There it is. I can't think of the name of it at this moment for some reason. Anyway, they all came in together, and so that's awesome. The first place Class 4 boat also finished. I think I saw a picture of it coming into Key Largo, and that is, of course, 2 Beers and More sailed on the Spawn boat, but they're actually in the Ultimate Florida. So I didn't have them in my map originally, although I did add them down here. They were just past CP3. So that's cool. So let's head over to the tracker, and this is Class 4 monohull. You can show all current waypoints for Class 4 monohull, but like I said, you don't get everyone with this. You do if you zoom in on checkpoint 2, not the chickies. You get the Juice and Graybeard there at checkpoint 2. And if we zoom out, you also get Little Scout and Big Scout in a Flying Scot. And let's see, is that current? No, that's about an hour and a bit old. And then you got Wild Blue in the Sirocco 15 coming up back here. And Country Roads and White Rabbit. I can't remember what they're in. I had it written down. Oh, I guess I have it here. Boston Whaler Harpoon. So they've made some good progress down the beach here. And who else do we have? Water Strider, Tillerman and Pointer. And back here we got Kook and Dookie. And up here at the top of Pine Island Sound, Footloose and Dana T. They're an O'Day Day Sailor. I was informed that there were a couple more dropouts. Cosman, I thought he... anyway, all right, let's get on to the guys that we're following just for a second here. So I'll switch to all because some of them are signed up in the Core Sound class. So let's just start with Blackbeard. Let's see where those guys are, and we'll do tracks and all waypoints. Sorry, I don't already have these all pulled up. Okay, they have made it through the bridge at Sanibel, past the lighthouse. They went through the span all the way to the south and hit their OK message here at 10 a.m. And now they are picking their way down the beach. And it looks like they're having to do some tacking. It's mostly south wind today. We'll check the forecast while we're at it. And let's look right here because that's where most of us are going to be the moment. And the current conditions are south 9 to 14. And I was doing some forecasting, and it doesn't look that great. Overnight is going to lighten up and maybe shift out of... Oh, maybe we were showing the wrong thing. Okay, there we go. Overnight is going to shift a little bit out of the east and lighten up, which is just going to be sort of, if you're hugging the coast, you're going to get almost no wind probably. But tomorrow it comes right back in 10 to 18 mid-afternoon out of the south mostly, and same thing for Wednesday. Overnight too, it doesn't really let up, 10 to 13 Tuesday night, and into Wednesday 12 gusting to 16 on Wednesday, and Thursday maybe a little lighter it's looking like, but again the big turnaround doesn't come until Saturday night, which is no help to anybody so far. So light air or headwinds are what we're going to have. So let's check on Tossa and Kapakahi and see. Actually, first let's check on Breeze Rider. So I was able to get some messages out with Breeze Rider, and he had a rough day the first day. Oop, my phone's ringing. And he went through some serious wind. He got some like 20 plus knot gusts, and he got a little beat up. He pulled into Stump, and in the middle of the night he said he had to try a couple of times. He ended up getting some real good sleep here inside of Stump Pass, and I think the checkpoint, I don't know what happened with the checkpoint deadlines, but he was cleared for missing the checkpoint if he could make checkpoint 2. Clearly he's a little bit at the back of the pack, and he ran into some light air after that. But looks like he made some good progress towards Boca Grande, and he told me that his plan was to try to stay inside Pine Island Sound. Oops, sorry, this is kind of small. To stay inside Pine Island Sound tonight, and it looks like he is going to get there. It's 4 p.m. was his last track point, so he's going to come in Boca Grande. It's probably a good call for him. Remember, he is solo, and so he'll pick his way down Pine Island Sound. He's got to make some good miles tonight. So we'll see. I don't know. The odds are against him to make it to checkpoint 2. That's the truth. But before the deadline. But we'll continue to hope he can get some fair wins. Let's check on. Let me go back here. I'll use this as my list. Tossa and Kapakahi. Let's check on them. And I'll pull him up. I did see some good pictures of them. Okay, so they are not too far from Breeze Rider, really. They are headed down Pine Island Sound, 3:30. Now, they did tell me that they were cruising, not racing, but we all know what that's like when you see another boat next to you. But they're going to have to keep up the pace as well, because I measured it from Stump to checkpoint 2. It's about 92 miles, and so averaging 3 knots was, I think, about like 28 hours or something, or like 30 hours. So they don't need to be wasting too much time. So anyway, there they are in Pine Island Sound, and Pink Dog, I think, is going to be not too far from them. So let's check on Pink Dog. Pink Dog and Chang Busy on Half Fast is the name of their Core Sound 17, as in half fast, half slow hardener on the epoxy from their boat build. Very clever. Here they are coming in the Redfish Pass. I know this one well because that's the one we used in the Ultimate Florida to come in with the trimaran. We tried to go around Sanibel. It was too rough. We came out and we tacked up Redfish Pass. And so hopefully they had an easier time than we did. But they tacked up Pine Island Sound. Yes, they did. And here they are under the bridge at 4:10. So they are in nice sheltered water still, and they're about to have a rude awakening here. So my guess would be that they're either going for it and they're going to push across here and do this tonight, or they're going to throw out the hook and get some sleep and wait till light. But that's going to be that's a long time to wait. So I hope they push on, because if they can make it to here, it shouldn't be too rough weather, to the water, I meant to say. And as long as they've got an easterly component to the wind, they they might even be able to hold it on a port tack down the coast. So, but whatever they choose, they're doing good so far. And let's check on Blackbeard. Did I already check on Blackbeard? I don't think so. Okay. All right, so Blackbeard was in the same position as them earlier today at right around 10 a.m. or 9 a.m. They went through the exact same spot, and they made the jump across, and you can see what they were able to do on one tack here. So I think they were probably close hauled on a starboard tack. And there's a tack there, so there they were shifting onto a port tack, and now they're back on a starboard tack. So the wind is probably right up the beach, a little bit to the south, so any westerly shift is going to be not so great. They want a little more easterly shift to keep the water calm here close to the beach. And it looks like they're still going. 4:13, that was 15 minutes ago, so good job, guys. Well done. And of course, Graybeard and Chef Ramen are at checkpoint 2. So let's see who else was near them, or who else do we want to check on. Let's check on Matey, Thor, and Argonaut in the Sea Pearl, just for fun. And if you want me to add someone else to the checklist, let me know. I don't mind doing that. Okay, so they're probably right there with Core Sound 17. They're probably right there with Tossa and Kapakahi. They probably can see them. Maybe they're hanging out together. That would make sense, because they were videoing each other. So, in fact, they may have been together when they had stopped for lunch. So let's check the pictures. I'll switch this over to media, because then we can see, just the pictures. Here is a shot of, Skinny Jeans and the Juice. They're at CP2 in the Thistle. And there's our guys, Graybeard and Chef Ramen. Everybody's getting some Cuban food. There goes the Thistle, or maybe there comes the Thistle. Stand-up paddleboard out. Okay, there's a shot of the spawn boat coming in to Key Largo. So that is confirmed. I'm sure they have finished by now. Let's go back to the discussion and see. Dances with Mullet. That's what I was trying to think of. And Mullet. I think Mullet's the name of the boat, but good job, Brett. And let's see, there was another picture I thought was interesting, but I won't sit here searching for it. So anyway, that is the update. Like I said, I'm probably not gonna update that map, because it's a lot of work to do that. This is pretty easy by comparison. Anybody can scroll through the Facebook page. So let's just let's put it in all one more time. And the more people you want to see at once, the longer the map takes to load. But in fact, because of that, let's just go back to here, because so the first class 4 boat has finished, but again, they are technically signed up for the UF. So if you don't count that as the EC, we are still battling it out for first place Class 4 in the EC, which is how I will choose to look at it, because that gives Graybeard and Chef Ramen a chance at line honors. So if they can hold it off against the Thistle, who's going to leave first? They're waiting for the Tide. They probably are not interested in going back out there and facing the wind, but whoever goes first is going to have the advantage. And of course, the 17 Mark III, this is like the conditions she's designed for. 2 people with a cabin, one guy can sleep, fill the ballast tank, the other guy can, even if you're only making 2 knots of progress into the wind, that's 2 knots that somebody who's not sleeping and in a dry, warm cabin is doing. So the Thistle is a faster boat. Okay, it is, but not if it's not moving. So there's that. So we'll see who can make it to Flamingo first. I predict, I'm not going to predict, but with these conditions, they may not make it to checkpoint 3 before tomorrow night. They may, get really beat up tomorrow and camp out on the Capes here. In fact, in 2020, we both, the EC22, me and my dad, and Graybeard and Chef Ramen, we all camped out on right about here. So it's either East Cape or Middle Cape. I can't remember. I think it was, I can't remember. It was one of the capes. We both pulled off within a few boat lengths of each other, and waited for the tide to change, actually, because we had a lot of current against us around this point, and we waited for it to shift, and we rode current into Flamingo. It was really cool. So we'll end it there. That's the update. 4:30 p.m. Monday, day 3, and we've got the Core Sound 17 Mark III and the Thistle neck and neck, and a bunch of other Core Sounds behind. It's still anybody's race, so we will see. And congrats to Spawn and 2 Beers and More sailed. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.